On the border of the Special Administrative Region of Macau and mainland China, you'll find this very peculiar piece of engineering called the Lotus Bridge. It seamlessly converts left-hand traffic into right-hand traffic and vice versa. And that's because in Macau, a former Portuguese colony, they drive on the left, whereas mainland China drives on the right. Today, only around 35% of the world drives on the left-hand side, mostly former British colonies and island nations. But it wasn't always this way. Back when people mostly travelled around on horseback, predominantly right-handed riders preferred to pass on the left so that they could keep their weapon arm free to defend against oncoming attackers. In pre-revolution France, the custom was for the aristocracy to travel on the left-hand side, forcing the peasantry to the right. However, during the Reign of Terror in the late 1700s, the wealthy would often travel on the right to avoid drawing attention to themselves. Right-hand travel was later standardized in France and in many of the European nations conquered by Napoleon. Britain, on the other hand, maintained left-side travel, exporting the custom to its colonies. Countries like Thailand and Japan, while never colonized, had close economic ties to Britain, and through collaborative rail projects, introduced left-side travel in their rail networks. Meanwhile, in the pioneering days of the US, the drivers of wagon trains often sat on the left rear horse, and to better judge the passing distance of oncoming traffic, preferred to pass on the right. By the mid-1800s, every state had adopted right-side travel. Later, when Henry Ford's Model T was released in the early 20th century, it was manufactured with a steering wheel on the left, better suited to driving on the right. With America being the largest exporter of early automobiles, many countries adopted the same custom. By the mid-20th century, most of continental Europe had adopted right-side travel. Sweden was the last holdout, finally shifting over at 5 a.m. on the 3rd of September 1967. But not all countries have shifted from left to right. In 2009, Samoa made the switch from right to left to more easily import cars from Australia and Japan. It was the first country to shift sides since the 1970s. But shifting sides is incredibly expensive and often very unpopular. This may explain why Macau and Hong Kong continue to drive on the left. This means that many borders still exist between left and right side travel countries. Most use simple interchanges rather than monumental engineered solutions like the Lotus Bridge. Here, at the border of Thailand and Laos, for instance, the switch is managed with a simple crossing. Perhaps one day the world will all drive on the same side, but until then, these awkward border crossings are here to stay, reminding us of history's stubborn divides.